Season, we got a good one on tap, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Cleveland Browns.
The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2.
And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Right to the air is Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
No, we change it. Hey, middle.
Jackson. Yet again, targeting and finding Mark Andrews. And Andrews going to have a Ravens first down as he'll be brought down at the 38-yard line.
Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Well, Charles, look, this is probably a harbinger of things to come. He's got such trust in his tight end, and they're on back-to-back plays. We're seeing that on display.
And when they have that kind of trust, they're not as worried about what the coverage is, because they feel like they know each other so well. They'll make the subtle move downfield, and the ball will end up in the right spot. And by the way, partner, what's harbinger mean? Help me out.
Well, you're the one that taught me that a few years ago, so I'll have to lean on you for that. I'm just hoping it fit into the sentence correctly.
I must have got it from my word of the day calendar on my desk.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's second down.
Well, this defense for the Browns, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape, because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
We change it. Go ahead.
Again, Jackson able to get away, eluding the pressure right.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
Go.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 19 yards there on the catch and run. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
2nd and 9. To throw is Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. In motion left, Bateman. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 11 more on that one and another first down. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road.
Report.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is, I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Justin Tucker is the kickoff for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From his end zone, here comes Jerome Ford. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10.
At the 20. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
But you look at this defense.
They're currently 6th in the NFL in defending the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 6. First carry now for Pierre Strong.
Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. Just their first in this half. We'll step aside and come right back.
On 3rd down, here's Strong.
A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
The Browns at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener, and now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd.
13 yards. It's now 3rd down and 8.
Here's Watson. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the sticks make a drastic shift forward. Off of play action, it's Watson.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns are an extra point away from drawing level.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass. Let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Hopkins with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Now a 2nd and 10. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Getting in there for the tackle, Marcus Williams.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
On 2nd down, a run with Strong. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Going with Strong on the counter. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to pick up the Browns' first down. The defense a little lax there. They give up 9 on 4th and 4. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try to keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up. I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Here's 2nd and 10. Watson just beating the play clock. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown, Browns! From 17 yards out, and the Browns have taken the lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Losers in the season opener on Sunday. They get that quick turnaround 96 hours later. Here we go. They're back at it. And I've got to think, especially early in the year, that's a good thing for these guys, is it not?
It absolutely is. And we've seen it many times demonstrated over the years. Teams have a rough opening game, have to play the Thursday game. That quick turnaround allows them to go ahead and throw the other game out, focus on the new one, and typically they play much better in game two. So I would agree with you totally on that.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. Jackson going to keep it running right. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. And that'll go for a gain of 18 on the keeper. First down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
A gain of 3, second down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's 2nd and 7. And now Jackson will look to throw it. That is caught, Rashad Bateman. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Tucker now to add the point after. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
Ties the game at 14. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before it's taken down. First down now, but that clock rolling.
First contact at the 43-yard line.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Watson off play action. Flushed out right. He rifles complete. Caught by Moore. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. To the air yet again, Watson. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Trenton Simpson. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. A turnover's obviously, Charles, always costly. But, man, when you throw those interceptions in the end zone like that, it really stings.
He tried to fit that one into his tight end, and I often use the expression NFL open, which means a tighter window. Down near the goal line, you really want him to be open. In this case, it cost him.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And ready to get the party started for the 2nd half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
This offense ready for the first drive of the 3rd quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
80 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that would look like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Well, good job shifting right, finding his target. And he goes down, but not before getting his inside the 25. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
That's some good, hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
2nd and 5. Handoff, Strong running left.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
The making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. Cooper will come in motion right. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Faking the give. Now Watson. Escaping the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And the end result of that play, you're almost not sure what you really want, because when he gets outside of the pocket, you actually hold your breath because you think he's going to run for big yardage. But when he chose to pull it down and throw it, and a play was made to knock it away, that's a pretty good end result. Not one you expected when the play began.
Well, they're going to try this thing. They're at the 5, 4th and goal. They're going to go for it. We'll see. Run, probably pass to both in the arsenal. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Boone Moulton, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Browns have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. And he just did get those feet in there on the side of the end zone. Well done.
Probably the exact size foot necessary, because I think if he had another half size, that catch doesn't count. And he's able to get it in, and it counts for a touchdown.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead is now 21-14. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred the defense.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
But that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Second and 7. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
This offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. From the gun, he'll hand this off. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Now they'll pitch it out here. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Jackson now. Dancing to his left. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. Chalked that up as their 1st sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. He's going to look deep down the field. That's caught inside the 20. And in for the Ravens touchdown. A big play there. 56 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the 3rd quarter. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 21.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Cleveland offense ready to go. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the 2nd half. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. And we're back now here in Cleveland. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Watson. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and forever. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Moore, the man in motion. And he is going to go down for the 5th time tonight, and this one is going to be a safety. Well, I don't know if careless is the right word there, but bottom line, here in the 4th quarter tie game, you can't do that.
You sure can, Brandon, and not only do you give up the lead, now you've got to turn around, punt it away from your own 20 as well. So it's really a double whammy with time starting to become a factor.
And they will start out in really great shape, up close to midfield.
at some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score, but bottom line, they are still on top with the football, and a touchdown on this drive would really put them in position A. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now 2nd and 9. From midfield now, here's Jackson rolling to his right. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
And, Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Here's Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Tucker's kick is good. So when you factor in the safety, this now a 5-point swing.
And look, I'm not going to turn away a 5-point swing, because 5 points, that's valuable. Don't get me wrong on this. But if they could have taken that safety and added 7 to it, now you're talking about a really big swing.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they'll be looking to correct course here. They had the safety turned in against them last time they had the ball. That was followed by the field goal. So they'll operate from behind now as they start 1st and 10. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner. We're watching them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
He's across midfield. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Watson looks to throw again. This pass complete to Melton. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. A give running right is strong here. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Browns touchdown. Pierre Strong taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Browns have taken a 4th quarter lead. This has definitely been a back-and-forth affair, and now they have the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, and they gave up the field goal on that last drive, as we remember, but it felt like their offense told them, don't worry about it. We've got your backs. We'll come back with a touchdown of our own, and they did.
And no, incomplete. They can't convert. So they tried to bump the lead up to a field goal. Instead, it stays at 1 here in the 4th. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. A big mistake there. You just got the lead 4th quarter, and now they start at the 40. This is 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun.
And there's a good opportunity to just run a ride there, a drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. Now Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Jackson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
At the 37-yard line.
Here comes 2nd down at 5. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And this Browns defense coming to life. They get him behind the line for a 2nd straight play. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big third down. Throwing, Jackson.
He'll buy some time right. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Here's 1st and 10.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out.
And the Ravens answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
Now a big play here as the Ravens are going to go for the 2-point conversion. And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And the fair catch taken. No time will come off the clock. And they will begin this critical drive at the 25-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now Watson. To the sideline and incomplete.
Let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Final minute of play. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Watson. Into the hands of Cooper. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the 1st down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as the understanding where they are on the field?
Watson. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Watson's throw taken in by Cooper here.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
Watson to throw. He's able to find Melton.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
To throw, Watson. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Flush to his right. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside, and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
Now Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
At the 9-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now 2nd and 4. Watson now to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the Ravens are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. Charles, a heartbreaking way to lose this game. They got into position for that final play, had a decent look toward the end zone, but ultimately picked off, and that's your ball game.
Yeah, they gave themselves a great opportunity, didn't they? They'll replay that snap over and over, but sometimes you just have to give credit to the other side. Defense stood up in the final moment and came through with the interception.
So for the Ravens, they did what they needed to do. They split their first 2 road games of the year. And now they get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports.